There are lots of videos on YouTube that offer you some tips and tricks so you could get 7, 8 or even 9 in IELTS reading. Hi everyone! Today we are going to understand together are those tips and tricks would be useful for you or not. And at the end, you'll get to know how I've passed my IELTS exam on reading. You'll also get my personal tip on IELTS reading. The first typical tip that you can find on YouTube is that you have to know the format of reading part of IELTS exam. It's kind of obvious, right? And they usually say, here's my express course about that, please buy it. I completely agree with the part that you should know the format, but I completely disagree that you should pay for that. You could dedicate an hour to get to know the format. There are lots of videos on YouTube where you can find such information. After that, you could do some mock official tests so you could get to know the format in practice. You don't have to go to someone to pay money to them so they could explain your IELTS reading format. The second typical tip, you have to know spelling. Of course you do. But the thing is that these difficult to spell words are common for IELTS reading. It's not a secret. I'll show you how to find them. You just need to type typical words for IELTS reading spelling, and here's your list of words. And from my experience, I could tell that I've seen those words in official IELTS mock tests. Now just record yourself while reading those words aloud, and then try to spell the words correctly while listening to yourself. That's it. You don't have to buy a course to improve your spelling for IELTS reading. The third typical advice, you just have to know some key words when you're trying to understand the meaning of the whole sentences in IELTS reading tests. Or you could just guess the meaning of the word from the context. For me, it's just nonsense, because the keywords, there are lots of them. They are not the same words that we've discussed when I was talking about spelling. You know how many times there were situations when I couldn't get the meaning of the sentences because I didn't understand the meaning of those keywords, and there was no way I could guess them. Some of those advisors even said that, natives also don't know the meaning of some words, so they just guess them. I don't know about you, but when I'm reading some books in my native Russian, even when these books are difficult to read, I understand 99.9% of the words that I'm reading. I'm absolutely sure that it's true for you when you are reading in your native language, right? Okay, there are many other tips and tricks, and usually the main purpose of them is to get you paid for a course or a book or whatever. But my point is, you are an intelligent person. You are awesome, and you can discover how to deal with some particularities of IELTS exam all by yourself. Just take your time to understand a particular aspect of IELTS reading test. But the thing is, those aspects are just 10% of your success. Well, what about other 90%? Well, here's my main tip that I promised you at the beginning of this video. In order to pass the IELTS reading test, you have to read. Boom! Just lots of reading. 1, 2, 3 hours a day. You read lots of materials and pass the mock IELTS reading tests from official Cambridge guides once in a month. Only one test in a month. Don't hurry, dedicate your time only to reading. If you don't get the desired result, try to understand from the test that you've just passed what are your weaknesses, what are the materials that you should be reading next month. For example, maybe the texts about animals or economics are difficult for you. So go and read some materials on that topics and try to pass the mock reading test next month. But if you get the desired result, just go to another part of IELTS test, listening. I will discuss listening in my next videos. I know my tip sounds contradictory, but it worked for me. Of course, you could spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars on a course with tips and tricks. And those tips and tricks might even work, or maybe not. It really depends on a particular test. My approach is working, and it's for everyone, no matter how difficult your test is. I've also created my website langlalang.com, where you could do your reading for free. You just read every day and save new words on langlalang.com. Well, that's it. I hope this video will save you time or even money maybe. Please like and subscribe to my channel so I could continue posting such useful videos. Bye!